I want to tell you something about anxiety that you may not have heard before. Anxiety doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from something you're protecting. An outcome you need to go a certain way. An image of yourself you can't afford to lose. A conversation you still have to resolve. A future you have to secure somehow. As long as there's something to defend, there will be anxiety. Because the mind knows exactly where to press. It knows what matters to you. It knows what you can't afford to lose. And it uses that all night if it has to. But tonight you're going to do something different. Tonight you're going to cross a threshold. One you can't cross with your body. Only from the inside. When you decide that tonight you're done fighting, that you're not going to try to solve what can't be solved in the dark, that you're not going to negotiate with the thoughts that come to pressure you, that there's simply nothing left to press against. That decision is the threshold, not a surrender, a release. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Find a comfortable position. Let your body be fully supported. And listen. There are people who have survived extreme circumstances. Situations designed to break them. And the ones who held on were not necessarily the strongest or the most courageous in the usual sense. They were the ones who at some point had said to themselves, I have nothing left to preserve. I will not negotiate. I will not give ground little by little. I will not ask for anything. And in that moment, something completely changed. What had power over them before lost it. Because there was nothing left to press. The threats stopped working. The promises stopped seducing. There was no longer a way in. And that is exactly what you are going to do tonight. You don't have to be stronger. You don't have to be braver. You just have to stop defending what you can't protect tonight anyway. Your future will still be there tomorrow. Your problems will still be there tomorrow. But tonight, they're not yours. Tonight you belong to yourself. Now bring that here, to this bed, to this night. Think for a moment about what is keeping you awake. Not to solve it, just to identify it. The mind that cannot sleep is always the mind that is still working, still trying to figure something out, still protecting something. What is yours protecting right now? Name it without judging it, just to see it clearly. A conversation that didn't end well, something that went differently than you expected, fear of what might happen tomorrow or next week. A responsibility that feels like it rests only on you, whatever your mind can't let go of. Look at it and ask yourself this: what would happen if tonight I didn't have to defend it? Not forever, just tonight. Not to abandon it, but to cross that inner threshold. Release. Start with the smallest thing. That worry you know deep down you cannot resolve tonight. No amount of turning it over will change anything before morning. Let it go. I'm not asking you to solve it, just to set it down until tomorrow. When you have more light, when you have more strength. Breathe deeply. Inhale slowly. And as you exhale, let that worry leave with the breath. Good. Now, the next one. That image of how things should go, that version of the future you have to protect at all costs. What if tonight you didn't have to be its guardian? What if tonight you could just let it be? Inhale. Exhale. Release. Release. And now, the hardest one. That part of you that believes if it stops worrying, something bad will happen. That voice that says you have to stay alert, that you can't let your guard down even for a moment. That if you relax tonight, things will fall apart. That voice is wrong. Worrying tonight changes nothing about what will happen tomorrow. Absolutely nothing. It only steals the rest you need to face tomorrow with more clarity. It only keeps you guarding against a threat that doesn't exist here. Not right now. Not in this bed. So tonight you are going to cross that threshold. You are going to say to yourself quietly, "Tonight, I have nothing to defend. I will not negotiate with my thoughts. I will not look for solutions in the dark. I will not protect anything or secure anything. And when you say it, and mean it. When you say it without holding anything back, something will shift. Because when there's nothing left to defend, the mind loses its leverage. It has nowhere to hold on. The threats don't work. The scenarios don't seduce. Only this remains, the silence of the night, your breathing, the quiet weight of your body. Release. There is something in you deeper than all of that. Deeper than today's worries. Deeper than the outcomes you need. A part of you that does not negotiate, that does not ask, that does not defend anything. That simply is. That is who you are on the other side of that threshold. Not someone who gave up, someone who can no longer be pressured, someone who found something no threat can touch. And that is the deepest rest there is. Not the rest of someone who finished everything, but the rest of someone who decided that tonight is enough. You've been carrying something heavy today, maybe for a while now, and you've done your best with it. That deserves recognition, not from anyone else, from you. You showed up. You kept going. And now you're here. In this bed. At the end of this day. And the bravest thing you can do right now is close your eyes. And let go. That they did what they could. That tomorrow will continue. But that right now there is nothing more to do. Only rest. Only sleep. Tonight, you have nothing to preserve. Tonight, the outcome doesn't need you to stand guard over it. It will be what it will be. And you will be more ready to meet it after real sleep. Nothing to resolve. Nothing to secure. You don't have to be different from how you are right now. You don't have to have done more than you did today. You don't have to already know what you don't know. You don't have to have everything under control. You are enough exactly as you arrived in this bed tonight. With everything you're carrying. With everything you couldn't finish. With everything you still don't know how it's going to turn out. None of that changes what you are. And tonight you don't have to change it. That threshold is already crossed. And on the other side, there is silence. There is rest. There is sleep. Release. Release. Release.